with a lawnmower in the background? Question mark?
It's a late night lawnmower.
That didn't sound like a lawnmower. That sounded like some demon that just did not roar properly.
Helmet? You working on your roars?
Kind of.
Yeah, so as we always do, let's go ahead and kick it off with a quick roll call. Make sure we got our character sheets open, snacks and drinks on standby. We'll go ahead and start with Union.
I'm Union.
Joe. Chirp, 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 chirp.
Scorgan?
Has he said anything since I left?
No.
He's usually quiet though, so.
Joe Trinta is typing.
Joe is typing. I need you to read that in your best Joe voice, Leah.
Oh, my mic's not been working? That's. I tried. I
Feel weak
apologize.
with imitating each other.
Okay, that should work now.
Yes.
It's working.
There we go. All right.
Wow, Leah, you did that really well.
Thank you.
So Joe.
Uh-huh.
Braced it again somehow. Sarah.
Hello.
Kodhark.
Present.
Arson.
Yep.
And Tempest.
Hello.
Don't think I forgot anybody, but I also stopped keeping count.
Nope, that's everybody.
Okay. Alright, so quick rundown of where we last left off. Our
Mic off.
previous episode, air quotes. The party had experienced a sort of out-of-body experience towards the end of the session after Joe, approaching a statue that
Mic
seemed to
on.
have been cleaved and clawed by some otherworldly entity, cast shatter upon it, destroying the statue of the Thandar after a quick wizard's duel, experiencing his counterpart constantly overcharging spells and spouting out something about a promise being made. Several of you fell unconscious, a few of you managing to keep your wits, in order to see into this blackened void with a sky filled with the same blue fire that currently courses through your veins. Some of you more than others. Sarah, Union. You tell.
Poor you two.
There were
Mic
several
off.
pinpoints where it seemed as if these souls were sort of draining towards the sky, much like, so far, only Joe is aware of, they were in regards to where that statue had previously been. Making your way through the city, escorting Granny Dwarf and
Mic on.
Thord, who you reintegrated after suffering an overcharged disintegrate and managing to survive. You have stumbled upon the other party, likewise in chase to try and find where Joe has been hiding, without wanting to burn another sending spell. And where exactly we left off was Joe. You spied Duncan across a field or a plaza strewn with bodies, contentedly rubbing his full belly. And your party is kind of following behind him as he goes, makes a gesture at you like, yep, there he is.
Right. I think I got most of that.
I hope so. But the scene is y'all's.
Well, we found Joe.
Yep. Find anything of helpfulness there?
This. let me introduce you to the world's greatest granny.
She fucking beams.
She's back
She,
in
she clearly was
Nilhart.
not expecting this.
Yes. As far as usefulness, this is all I found.
Okay, did you gather any information at all then?
Oh, information.
Yes.
Well, I believe this was the source, and I'll point to the temple.
Mm-hmm.
I say was a source because I think I broke it.
You broke a temple?
Yes.
Yes.
You say, wait, you said a source as in one of many, or the source, like the only?
Well, as you can see, you guys are all still infected.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was the source. I think it was a source.
So
There's
we
still
got.
something out there that is infecting us.
Well,
So,
we do know it is a curse.
Yes.
That even the gods themselves are fighting.
Right. Also,
Should we be having this discussion in the middle of the street? There might be more of those things.
we can come back inside, but I think we need to just keep moving. Sitting around's not helping us any. Then again, it's been a long day.
I can make y'all some soup.
I would like some soup.
Yes,
Thank you,
some
ma'am.
soup would be nice.
What
Not
about
spicy.
pastries?
We don't have. I don't think there's an oven union.
Ah,
In the middle of
Alas.
the temple, what does he do?
Unions.
Think about pastries.
I think unions just call me
grandmas
sick.
give pastries.
Not all grandmas are the same.
I have yet to meet a grandma that offered pastries.
You didn't know, Sarah.
Alright,
Why didn't you?
let's just go inside and get what we know.
Get everything sorted and figure out
Yeah.
our next one?
Yes. But let me take care of something real quick. Duncan, go home. Think about what you
Not a yes or a no.
Well, that's kind of rude. He did a lot to help us out.
did. He?
No.
I think
Ouch!
the monkey was quite useful.
I go and I pet you too.
Kotar, can you be so kind to roll a melee attack for your sweet boy Yuto?
Why?
He's still unhappy with you.
What'd I do?
Hang on, I'm sure he has one.
You know what you did.
I've done nothing but be nice.
Okay, +6 to hit. Wow, that's really good to hit.
Jesus Christ.
Little boy packs a punch.
That misses.
That's a 13.
But he makes his intent clear.
I give him a cracker.
+6 is higher than mine to attack with melee weapons.
Are you saying we should replace the party with Yutos?
No.
Yeah, I vote for this. You all have to
That would
play
be-
intelligent snakes with, what, like 3 hit points?
I think it might be 5. 5.
Who are we voting to replace?
Everybody.
Oh, actually, Ashton.
Right.
Everybody with snakes.
Flying snakes. You have flying speed.
I don't have polymorph yet, so.
But anyhow,
Ree could have turned into a snake.
in here,
Yeah, I mean, this is the best place we've found. There's a lot of other people in here.
Oh, you found more? That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Rescued survivors.
Whole bunch of small people.
Squints in dwarf.
Sarah,
They're
my
like
good woman.
they're halflings.
Squints
Halfling
in
and
dwarf.
gnomes and other smaller creatures. People.
Okay, look,
Dwarves are the largest small people.
Ed meant no offense, and I apologize.
Well, we have more space at my house.
How far
How?
away is your house?
Kind of sort of look around. It's only about 4 blocks, just that way there.
Well, there are other things than the hordes around.
Other things.
Invisible
Yes.
demon things.
Oh, right. I
There's
saw one of
giant
those.
guys big.
Yeah, we killed one of those.
Excellent.
And imps.
Yeah.
This
Killing
whole
imps.
time, Thorg has been behind you and like kind of staring at the same spot in the sky, like he's tracking something.
Uh huh.
Let's go inside.
Yeah.
No. There's a bit of confusion from the halfling gentleman as he opens the door to like you guys literally just like were outside the door. He closed it, barred it, locked it, and all that, and he just turned around and go clunk clunk clunk, unbars it, unlocks it. Oh, uh, yes,
We've doubled in size.
we have found our friend.
that's swell. How can we help you?
Well, you're hoping to come in until we figure out a plan together? I
You
think
can
that's the
see
idea.
subtle heat in his eyes, like I just got rid of mouths to feed, and now they came back.
We will not be staying very long.
We have our
Feel-
own food.
You can find yourself some space, by all means. It's getting a little crowded in here. Would you hurry up and open up that damn door? Oh, Granny? I said open up that door! Very sheepishly hurries up and pulls the last, like, heavy piece of furniture out of the way. I swear, youngins these days. Go on,
Joe,
get
you're
inside, get
right. This is the
inside.
best granny ever.
Okay, I go in. Not gonna say no to her. Jeez.
Best grandmother ever.
As you all trickle inside, she pulls the halfling aside, and you can tell she's giving him that subtle, disappointed grandma scolding. Before, a dwarven gentleman that you're seeing for the first time, Joe, goes and starts layering all the barriers back in front of the front door again. As it's your first time here, there are quite a few people of various races, mostly human and halfling, but a handful of dwarves, half elves, some of which are injured, a few of which are amputees, clearly freshly so, as in like probably 2 or 3 days, best you can tell. Uh, Thorg takes to a corner, clearly already getting some attention from the normal stigma of an orc walking into a room.
Okay.
And Granny goes to the kitchen and commandeers the kitchen.
Right. do you guys think? Should we have our discussion here, or maybe find some place a little bit more private?
I mean, we have a place more private. Too.
The kitchen is probably the most unoccupied place.
Then perhaps the kitchen.
I mean, if that's what you guys want.
Does it matter really? I mean,
My feelings on it is this is something that's affecting everybody anyway.
Yeah. So
But I just wanted to bring that up in case somebody wanted to say something that was a little bit
in those points, we can lower voices if wanted.
right.
A lot of these people have seen probably the worst case scenario already. I don't think it's a big deal.
Yes.
Right.
As you say that, Sarah, you're tracking your way to the kitchen. Joe, over her shoulder, you see that there is this elderly gnome man just unrelenting daggers her way.
Whose way?
Sarah's.
Sarah's way? Oh, okay.
And I would assume still doing everything you can to keep from making eye contacts, right, Sarah?
Correct. Ashamed of what happened.
But in the kitchen there are the four of the younglings, the two gnome girls, one of the halflings, and a young human boy, kind of already up at the little like island in the middle, kicking their feet, watching as Granny is pulled up a stool and is already chopping vegetables and getting right to work. There's the family table with a handful of chairs scattered around it.
Right. Well, unless somebody else has something to talk about, I think I should start with this. And I will kind of clear the table of whatever's on it, which is like a
All
quick
right.
swoosh. And then I will pull out a large piece of paper and spread it out across the table. I'd say, what do you guys see?
What do we see?
It's just a paper.
You whispered to your GM anything, Squirt? I don't get it.
Okay. See, whisper, or you want?
I can't see any whispers. So
No, I didn't whisper anything to you.
Okay, making sure.
I thought you would get that rather quickly. You're on
your
Discord,
dream
right?
paper? Yeah.
I'll whisper you there.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Oh no, your screen's turned off regardless.
You can whisper me here.
Okay. Where's it?
That's one of those windows.
It's here somewhere.
I was just holding that. Where did it go?
Onto the table. Well, onto the floor. Squirtin knocked it off.
No, it went underneath the paper thingy. I don't know how.
Oh, there we go. Guess it helps to send it.
I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me.
At least once.
Yeah.
I have a tendency to sometimes still be holding shift when I hit enter, so it just like.
Yeah.
Or I forget to just hit the send button.
Yeah.
We never do that ever. So what everyone would see is this sort of inky confusion, but there are there's we'll call them points of interest that stand out to you. Far more to Joe because you've been able to sort of like pin this onto a little more information that I will have to get to you. But it looks like the scribblings of an incoherent madman at first.
Investigation?
Just has lost his mind.
Are they in words in like common or?
Shall we put him down?
No.
I love this. I spread out a big sheet of paper and say, "What do you make of this?" And it's the ramblings of a madman. That's what they see.
Yeah, it's the ramblings of a madman.
It's not so like just ramblings. It's
I know.
this is just for everyone else. Passively, it is like a block of notes in a language that even Joe doesn't quite recognize, but for some reason feels very familiar. And then it seems to trail off like I'm sure y'all back in your old school days have fallen asleep while writing, and you kind of have how the pen just goes off on its own. Well, it goes off to another point. There's some notes, and then off to another point. There's some notes.
Yep. How's that investigation, Arson?
That's crit fail.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
We're doing well tonight, guys.
I did a 12.
You got a 12.
I got a
Ambassador.
16.
What was that?
I got a 16.
Okay,
Got a 4.
bless your heart.
Same as Arson, but yours wasn't a critical.
We're just thinking the best way to put Joe out of his mind-broken misery.
Nah.
So to answer your question, I think that I don't know. What is it supposed to be, Joe?
I believe this is a map.
A map.
Yes. I know it's kind of hard to follow. It's not like your normal topical map, but as you can see, these points of interest, these were revealed to me when I broke one of the sources. I think these may be other sources.
Interesting.
Right.
And according to, from what I understand of this map, they're not close.
Now, when you say not close, all over the country, the continent, the world.
Right. Let's assume that one person here has a map of the actual map that we can see. It's not even on there. I know that.
Granny kind of starts like thinking. He's like, "Well, I got my late husband's map, but that's back home." Goes back to cooking the stew.
I'm a nerd. I would probably have that.
But you likely have a regional map.
Yeah, like
A
what we
world
can.
map is a little much.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And trying to pin it into just this singular region, it doesn't land.
Also, as you guys know, I kind of left you last night because I felt that there was something here. I kind of feel these other points as well. No. That's how I know they're not close.
You
Yeah.
feel them?
I mean, feel is not quite the right word, but sense?
You do
That-
they? Could you
To anyone who passed
identify?
out, that should make sense. That same
Yeah.
sort of
Oh,
tugging
okay.
notion.
Oh, okay.
I mean, so what? Do we just go towards it, or
I mean,
are we doing something wrong by destroying these? Like,
I don't know.
are we getting tricked right now?
Well,
Smiles in GM.
Well, I know for a fact, that the gods themselves want their champions to fight.
Right, but Joe,
So,
you said that you
But do
destroyed
you
a
want to?
temple of a god.
So would you? Is that right? I mean,
Are we
that was.
sabotaging our gods?
Well, what temple was that? That was. Tempest does not know
Are we lost?
temples. Did we lose?
But
Oh. Hopefully his phone didn't die.
back, Matt.
Hello,
Hi, Mutt.
pussycat.
There we go. Everyone got a little quiet on me there for a second.
Yeah. So yeah, what temple was that, Joe?
Yeah, what temple did you just destroy?
more importantly, what did you destroy there?
it was a statue of a god that was
Which
infected.
God.
Um,
Because that
I
actually
don't
might
think
be
it was
kind of
anyone
important.
important. I think it was like a lesser god.
But consider this: if this is a god, so obviously these. Can't believe I'm actually agreeing to these things exist. The gods believe that they need their champions to fight. Well, maybe there are certain gods that are going against other gods. So,
we're in the
what
kitchen, right?
god was it?
Yes.
And Granny's cooking in the kitchen.
Granny is cooking in the kitchen. She you can tell she's probably heard this. She's clearly very old. And she's just giving you all that, oh, you young adventurer kind of smiles.
Hey,
Well-
Granny, can I ask you a quick question?
Absolutely, dear.
What church were you guys just in?
Well, that was the most devout temple of Lathandar.
You did what, Joseph?
It seemed like it. Joe also said it was infected.
A lesser god?
Unless my God, Joseph!
Tempest is on the ground cracking up with laughter. She cannot breathe right now.
Union is just full elk indignation.
I mean,
I wish I had a couple emotions right now.
You destroyed a statue of Lathander,
In Lathandar's holy temple?
and you're not wondering,
I attempted to purge it.
and you're not wondering if maybe we're helping the wrong side by doing this.
Well,
I
I mean,
mean,
has he really helped you that much lately?
no, you
No,
need
sir.
music lately.
A wooden spoon flies and hits Joe in the back of the head from Granny.
We were
Now,
talking
that
about
was just
again.
uncalled for, young man.
See? What has he done for us?
I mean, he's done some things, but I mean, he started this whole thing. I mean, he had to go and punch a child or break a child. What did he do again to the child? I mean, that's just caused us trouble. There was the one thing in the woods that turned us blue.
Tempest, I appreciate that you think highly of me, but I do not believe I caused the war in heaven.
And hell, it's definitely the evil gods too that are dealing with this.
Excuse me for a moment. I'm gonna kitchen.
You know what? A kitchen?
I'm leaving the kitchen for the moment.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go find a quiet spot and pray.
But here's the thing. You didn't. Have you tried to cast anything since I broke it?
Well, Joseph, that's a little bit of a sore subject.
I mean,
for me.
I understand that, but yeah, I was trying to be more subtle about bringing this up, but maybe me breaking your god might have fixed him.
Might have helped
Like
clear
he's a
up the
router, you
connection
just
a
turn
little.
on and off.
As a lot of you go through this, there is a sharp scream from the other room.
I will.
Oh, she got stabbed by the gnome. Union runs to the door.
The gnome is over her
Foreplay.
Tempest
As-
is trying so hard not to laugh. Trying so hard.
as Sarah has found as best she could a quiet corner and settled into motions of prayer. And as you approach, you can see her lips going through various litany familiar to you, Union. But she is a beacon of this blue flame now. It has not gotten any further on her body, but the intensity has grown tenfold. So much so that it startled one of the women who was not too far from her. Sarah, you hear nothing. You see nothing. As this tether from you to another reaches out. Help us. Help us. It's coming.
What's coming?
You get flashes, images of this endless sea of eyes and toothy mouths. This void that you thought at first those were bespeckled with stars. And it is watching. And it is gathering.
Oh,
When your eyes finally do open, you can feel an intense level of fatigue. Your eyes blinking a moment at your own brightness. The gel effect in full swing for you. You've suffered 2 levels of exhaustion.
Oof.
okay.
And all around you, you can see those begging for help, being plucked from shadows.
They're in the shadows?
They are reaching out for your flame, trying to get your attention, trying to call to you. And as every time you look at one, something from the shadow reaches out, a hand, a maw, just yanks them away.
Can I try to grab for one?
Certainly, make a athletics, please. As a lot of you see her like wildly looking around and lunge toward the corner.
What does success 2 do?
I think you get disadvantage.
Yeah,
Okay.
disadvantage pretty much on everything. Because it's.
It's a 9.
Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna roll on my end. There is a brief moment that all of you see this glowing blue arm, sort of that Spartan grip, wrist to wrist, as she locks and clearly holds something solid. The flame burns from her runs over a humanoid figure before it, likewise you all witness it, plucked from existence. And her flame dies a little.
Okay.
I think Sarah's seeing dead people.
I see something. And I don't know if that's good or bad. Probably bad.
What are you seeing
Uh,
exactly? You reached for something. What did you
the
grab?
voices you hear, I saw them. Am I still seeing them, Matt?
No longer in this building. You can
Okay.
hear faint echoes throughout, like the back of your mind, but you see no more.
Okay. So, yeah, the voices that we've been hearing, I saw them, and I don't know, they're not here now after I grabbed them. I don't know if I helped, I don't know if I hurt.
How far did it seem that she lost her flame?
It, for you all, is barely noticeable as far as dimness goes.
Yeah.
Did it just get dimmer or did it recede?
It dimmed.
Okay.
And I will note, you all saw the hand she was holding.
At least I'm not just going crazy.
And you can hear a subtle whisper, "She will be the death of us all," come from her number one fan.
No, I'm not gonna do that. That'd be bad to do in that situation.
Yeah, same.
So,
That was in character. Sorry.
I don't know if I don't think whatever you did, Joe, I don't know if it helped. I mean, Lathander's never answered my prayers anyway, but that was not something that should have happened.
So breaking it didn't help
We don't know for sure.
because it seemed like I got a lot of information out.
I will attempt a guidance upon myself.
Well, you used a different god, right?
Yeah, but if it's if the connection has been strengthened by the destroying, it would be through all.
Well, wouldn't it make sense to have Union try something because he gets his powers from Lathander?
Yes, but he's also been having issues clearly without this
Yeah.
old blue spawn thing.
Yeah.
So, as Joe said, he's not much use to us right now.
So I will attempt a guidance upon myself. I assume religion, right?
Religion check. Yes, sir.
$17.
Okay. Your spell goes off with a little struggle.
Did it feel easier or worse or about the same or?
It is worth noting we were told right when the statue went down that this is that character that our DC did go up.
Well, that's. I also crit failed right then on a religion save. Religion check to cast a spell.
Yes.
So.
But as
Oh,
I
that's
said,
right.
it did feel in this case to be quite a struggle you overcame.
Okay. I don't know. It felt rough, but I shrug.
I think we need to get a map. We need to find out where we're going, and we gotta do something.
Yeah,
And I don't want to stay here.
I don't blame you.
Sarah, are there any more of those hands you can grab, whatever they were?
Not
to
here.
drive in?
There's no more in this building. They seem a little more distant, at least.
How distant? As
Uh,
in next door building, or as Joe said, really fucking far away?
A good question. Hey, Matt, how distant?
I mean, you are all hearing the same voices. Pleas for help.
Oh, okay. So we all hear that. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
how far away? What check is it?
I don't know. How far is the back of your mind?
Not that far.
My mind can wander places.
I can reach the back of my mind right now. I'm doing it right now.
It's one of those. It's just this constant presence there that is reaching out to you. There's no distance discernible.
So
Well,
it's
just-
more of like a psychic connection type dealy.
No, because that would trigger someone else.
Well,
I'm
look-
not saying psionic.
It was. It's kind of like you guys have a busted radio that's stuck on a like in between two frequencies.
Oh, so you can like kind of hear both.
Both sides, yeah.
just look to the shadows. That's where I was seeing them. They were getting grabbed by something.
I mean, we could just set the whole world on fire. That'll get rid of the shadows, but that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
There are always shadows, Tempest.
Granny said she has a map at her house. Where's her house, Joe?
That?
I don't know. I've never been to her house.
Did
You
we
should have
hear
it.
that much?
Who said what?
Only Tempest heard that.
Okay.
Tempest is kind of looking around like, who the fuck just said that? None of you guys said that. Didn't sound like any of you guys.
Oh, was it me? I didn't hear anything.
I did not speak.
No, was not I.
It knows my name. That's fucking creepy. Ugh. You know, like kind of shaking, like just. She doesn't like mental, religious, that sort of thing. She hates that. She's very uncomfortable right now.
You're not the only one in the party, apparently. I'm gonna stumble up back to the kitchen and ask Granny if we can go to her house and borrow her
As you
map.
stumble back in, there is an individual who you didn't notice before in one of the corners who seems to be looking directly at Tempest with a familiar point that you see Tempest and Arson constantly doing.
Oh,
What does the figure look like?
Heavily green and brown robes.
it's just pointing for talking. It's fine.
Does he wear a hat?
It's totally Scorgan, let me tell you.
Okay.
Totally Scorgan. This is it. This is the world you'll say him to.
Scorgan doesn't use messages like that.
He
No,
uses
he's just pointing.
Walks around blaring it all over the place.
He's not casting message, he's just pointing and making everyone think he is.
Yeah, exactly. Now that would be Scorgan.
But, the finger quickly flicks to you, Sarah. You are all in graver danger than I thought.
Yeah. Kind of realized that.
You say that, like, out loud?
Yeah. With the most
Sorry?
amount of sarcastic sass.
You all hear her apparently say that all to herself, because you didn't hear the first comment. Isn't message great?
What, Sarah?
I'll just poke my head in the hall and just be like, someone's in here talking in my brain. It's fine.
Let's go back in the kitchen. Let's just everybody back to the kitchen.
Oh, that sounds
Wait.
fun.
Does Tempest see the person? Like, does she, like, is that pointed out that there's someone pointing, or no?
When you get into the kitchen, there is.
I'm confused now. What?
When
You
you
were
get
in
back
the
in the
hall.
kitchen,
We all see him once we're in the kitchen.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
What? And we
Huh?
lost Mutt. By the way, if this is crooked, I'm just leaving.
press test.
Hello.
Yep.
Hi.
Okay, what was the last thing you heard?
You see him in the kitchen?
Yeah, so when you all get back into the kitchen from having stepped out to Sarah situation, there is an individual sitting at the table looking at Joe's map, kind of hemming and hawing, and every now and then like flicks a finger, and you realize like almost directly at one of each of you. But says nothing else. It's almost like he has something to say, and then he stops. And as you all come in, he settles down into a chair.
I'm just
Probably shouldn't freak someone out like that.
tired and I'm exhausted. I'm sitting in a chair and kind of dozing off.
A bowl of stew is produced in front of you.
He eats stew. And then I doze off.
Ooh, is that what we get if we sit down? Tempest is gonna sit down.
And it's noted, Granny, she's not so much saying anything, but she's definitely giving this stranger some space. Let's see if I've got the champions here all correct. You should be Union with the Broken Horns.
I'm Union.
You are now.
Yes.
The Miss Tempest, breaker of tradition and temperament.
I can't say no to that.
Arson, the good son.
I give a nod.
I could feel the air quotes.
That must be Sarah dozing beside the last three carrots. Why did you skip the carrots, dear?
Me? I'm eating the carrots. Carrots are good for you.
You look up and there are 3 more carrot slices in your bowl that weren't there.
Magic users. I eat the carrots.
And you, eyes fall on Kotark. Dweller of the Deep. How I'd love to meet your master. Where is your self-inflicted insomniac? Ah, Mr. Trenta, please have a seat.
We'll sit down and pull out a flask.
A bowl of stew is provided for everyone.
Yes.
You clearly know us.
Oh, I
But,
can fit a sentence. Who are you?
yes.
I'm so sorry, Arson. I couldn't help myself. I'm tired.
Understandable.
He kind of scruffs up his beard, looking a little pouty. I suppose it has been a few decades since my last foray out of my tower. I am Ellswood, Archmage Ellswood.
Who?
Have I heard of him?
You're welcome to make a history check.
13.
Who asked
You
score
can.
again?
What was that?
Never mind. Sorry.
Okay. You can like some sidebar passage back in your. You didn't spend a lot of time doing wizard school with all your clericing and whatnot.
Yeah.
But there's that like it's a familiar name, but it's also not too uncommon. So you're not sure if you know him. It has seemed that fate has decided to toy with the lot of you, for whatever reason. Honestly, I would have chosen far more suitable souls.
I could agree with that on some levels.
Yes, how's that Pirouette Perry coming along?
That, sir, is none of your business.
The fate of the world is going to reside in your strength of mind, spell, and blade. And as a resident, unfortunately, of this world, I'd say it's my business.
Union is watching with just utterly rapt attention.
Sarah's watching, but like falling asleep on accident.
And I have a book and ink pen ready to write down what he says.
Well, if it is your business, then it would be going better if I had somebody worth sparring. But as you seem to know everything, you know why I don't have a sparring partner. You know exactly why. Tempest's gonna trail off for a moment and thinking, why is my what is going on with my mentor? You clearly seem to know more than I can fathom. Do you know what's going on with him?
I might, but now is not the
Powering
time
off.
for personal affairs.
Fine. Not like that pairing isn't personal
Powering
enough
on.
already.
Charging battery. Mic on.
This is what you dragged me out of my tower. Like he's looking up to the sky. This is what you dragged me out of my tower for. Could have just burned it all to the ground.
They ain't gonna help you much. They don't seem to help anybody ever. That was quite quietly said under her breath.
He's staring right at you.
She smiles.
Gods high and low are struggling like any mortal
Mic
to
off.
stay alive right now.
Are they truly gods if they can die then?
Most of your gods were mortals once, so yes.
Anything can die.
God, they're just mortals that everyone else touts to be better.
Well, oftentimes it is good to know who is better.
Didn't say I was going to try and challenge one of them, did I?
Oh, but you will. I've seen it. If you don't die first.
You
All of you will.
speak of the future.
A future.
Oh, fortune teller. Yay.
Mic on.
Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is there another word you'd like to go by?
Diviners.
I have spent 257 years honing my craft. Do you think I have nothing but parlor tricks?
I mean, clearly you're good enough to at least know something, but what can I say? I can wave my fingers, throw a bit of dust in the air, and predict a future as well. Doesn't mean it's going to come true.
You tempt fate, child.
What
I'm the
information?
prediction breaker.
What information do you have for us?
None that I can freely give. Everything has a cost.
What
A
do you want?
sacrifice.
I sacrifice
Not
you.
what. A localized silence spell falls around Tempest.
I step out of the silent spell.
Tries to drag his ass back in.
Union covers a smile with his hand.
What was that, Joe?
Nothing. I'm thinking out loud.
Okay.
I was gonna say, we see that one, Joe.
I had hoped those who had seen to the other side would be a little more ready and capable. Which of the next points, these bastions, do you seek to strike next?
We do not know where they are, so
Or what differentiates one from another?
He tapped one to the most northern edge of the paper. I fear from one more than others, and that is my price.
where is it?
The frigid north.
How far to the north?
On foot?
How far in general? Miles?
I don't have the fucking map in front of me.
Country?
All the way north.
Okay. I didn't specifically miles. I'm sorry. I don't mean to bully the DM.
Her phone!
All the way north.
So are we supposed to do what Joe did here? Destroy the statue or whatever?
I'm afraid I am not blessed with the same sight as you. You realize he has no glow of blue upon him. So I could not say. But there is someone there very dear to me. Someone who I cannot witness and confirm their safety as I wish.
And what kind of help can you give us if we do this? Are you able to get us there quickly, or?
It's a week on foot to my tower, and from there I can get you to any of these points.
Look over at the party. It's literally the best plan we
Chill in
have.
a bubble of silence.
It's a plan.
Poor Tempest.
I wish I had to spell magic right now, but I feel like that would have go badly for me.
It is a
She's not
plan.
bothered by it. She knows she deserves it.
Like our other option, I think, is just going by foot and just kind of wandering to place.
I feel like this is our best chance.
If it is the end of the world, we must follow any leads we can.
Well, any lead is really risky, but yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Any complaints, Joe?
Just a question. Where is your tower? What direction?
It would be to the, let's see, if I remember my map correctly, in my brain, to the east northeast. Not too far from the elves.
It's a good thing Tempest doesn't hear that.
Give you access to my library.
What about the ability to add? Are there any lower level spell books in that library?
I'm sure I have Baby's first spellbook in there somewhere.
I could feel the judgment from.
Yeah, definite judgment.
Baby's first spell book.
I do not know how much time you will have to prepare. But judging by the brilliance of the flame on your friend here, I think whatever I have seen coming is coming far swifter than even the divines were ready for.
I mean, clearly they weren't ready for it.
It's been quite a long time since I spoke to them, so
Will she survive long enough to reach your tower?
I'll be fine.
he looks confused by the question. She's more blessed than any of you.
What is this flame?
Blessed?
A connection.
Connection to the divine?
To something.
Good. Connected to something. That's very comforting. Thank you.
I see thousands of fates each time I blink. It's a little hard to disseminate information for the reality I'm currently stuck in.
Maybe
You're
you
more
should
than welcome to
stop
try one
blinking.
day. I did last week.
Fair enough.
Darn it, I can't cast message in silence. Urgh.
Oh yeah!
I was gonna try to point to him and just be like, "Can I come into the out now?" But I can't cast message in silence, so we're just gonna sit here.
All I know is what I have been able to witness. Those who have been touched by the divine were reached out for. Some were able to handle the touch. Others, well, you've seen what they've become. Shattered minds and broken bodies and all.
Well, regardless, I think this is the best lead we have.
Yes.
So, what is this about a bear?
Oh yeah, Joe has a bear.
Oh yeah, Joe, where's your
That's
bear?
what confuses him out of everything that this party does. The bear confuses him.
Yes.
And that is where we will fade to black.
So we have the
Why
touch, guys.
I got
Chill
We have
in
the power.
silence, can't hear shit.
So you don't even know he's confused by the bear.
No, that was out of
Oh, even
character.
better.
That was fully out of character. She knows nothing.
I
She's
think
just chilling in her little silence bubble. Because she knows
We're
she
gonna be
steps out,
gods.
something bad's gonna happen.
I'm really proud of myself. I think I played off being really tired.
Now the question is, Leah, were you playing that or?
Yeah, no, I'm wide awake.
Okay.
Did I sound really tired?
No,
Little
just
bit.
curious.
Oh,
You sound like very Leah.
Yeah.
I always sound like.
Alright. Except when you were trying to sound like Joe.
Joe?
I did a perfect Joe impersonation.
It was
I mean,
beautiful.
Not as
I'm gonna
weird as
pop
my
in,
Theo
grab my clothes,
impersonation, but
go home. I hope it was fun, and hopefully you got some information. There is some I need to shoot to various players, but I'll do so when I can because
Yeah.
internet and shit.
Am I a various player?
You'll know if you get information.
You are a various player, but are you the various player he is speaking about?
Yeah.
Who?
You'll have to wait and see.
I got way too much of my diamond painting done during that session.
I like Sarah, like, every time she plays, nothing happens.
And then the
she's
one
like-
time it does, it's just pain and suffering.
Yeah. She's like, I'm sitting here, I roll forward, and I whisper him, and I'm like, no, yeah, that fits with, the god's never answering her. And he's like, you hear a scream, and I'm like, oh, fuck.
I am so sorry for Tempest. She just does not believe in the god shit. So she's just like every bit of sass she can. Because half of this she feels like is just obviously she thinks it's some sort of like ritual or something, but she just has no belief in that there are gods and that gods are doing this. To her, gods are kind of like Achilles. They're they were real once. They may be very, very old or even dead now, but they're no different than her.
Yeah, basically,
So she's just,
they exist or existed, but they're not divine.
yeah, they're not like all powerful and blah blah blah. Like to her, it's just fucking bullshit. So she can't take what he's saying seriously. To her, like it's just stupid to her.
I like the idea of like an atheist cleric.
Oh my god,
I mean,
I kind of want to do that.
I think Sorcerer has that with Favored Soul, but
no, I think there is a way to do it with a cleric. Like you just believe in an ideal so much that that's where you get your power from.
but
I'm so
Ideal's
strong
dead.
that there are no gods. Oh no, poor Ideal. No, Ideal is alive in our Twitterverse.
Yep.
Oh,
Well,
Don't worry.
Leah, you follow him.
oh, I did, didn't I?
Ideal is my grandbaby.
I like.
Don't worry, Jared. Union's gonna become a god. He's gonna kill Hexblade, and he's gonna save Ideal.
Mm,
He's gonna kill Hexblade. The
Oh.
idea of it, or
oh,
You cannot kill Catalina. She
No, not that. I'm talking about it. I'm talking about it in the game.
that
I mean,
guy
that world is connected to this world now.
in a weird way.
In a
That's
weird way.
not gonna have any effect on anything.
No, it won't, but Mwahaha! Oh my god, could you imagine if Zarthos or Catalina came into this world?
No thanks. No thanks.
Those would be like level 20 plus characters.
No, they would be Devil Lords.
Is that what they would be?
Yeah. 100%. Okay, I am gonna head out. I will see y'all later.
See ya.
Later.
Bye.
I
I
think I'm
gotta
gonna.
go.
Hello.
Hello. Why are you hanging out here alone?
Because I'm a sad person.
Oh, okay.
How's D&D?
Good. Eden was sassy.
Why?
Because she's always sassy.
Motherfucking Christ!
What's wrong? Oh, I forgot to turn off the stream.